Hello, lovely souls, and welcome to Inspired Energy Exchange. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope that whatever you find here brings you some hope, encouragement, and determination to keep moving forward on your journey. So, today we're going to start with Healing with the Angels Oracle cards. I hope everyone is having a good day today. I hope you are finding that your journey is providing you with answers. Oh, speaking of answers, the first card that popped out here is New Beginnings. New Beginnings. Just looking at the card, it looks like she's carrying a bouquet of flowers. Maybe someone is getting married, or maybe someone is going to get a proposal, or you're going to be proposing to someone. New beginnings. Sorry for the reflection, and to bring some light into the room. Let's read the card New Beginnings. New Beginnings. A clean slate is presented to you as you now encounter fresh opportunities and novel experiences. Embrace the new in your life, including new opportunities, people, and projects. The angels know that change can be frightening, and they surround you now with loving energy. Call upon them whenever you feel afraid of facing novel situations. They will boost your confidence and energy so that you can enjoy your new beginnings. Sometimes we cling to old routines because they are familiar. By drawing this card, the angels ask you to be open to new approaches to life. Perhaps they will teach you a new way of looking at situations, or maybe they will call on you to learn a new skill. Whatever the new beginning is for you, allow yourself to be stretched by the fresh circumstances. We learn about ourselves through new experiences. Excellent. Okay, so I'm getting the chills. So just in case this is a proposal, maybe again someone is being proposed to, or you are thinking about getting married, or you're thinking about proposing. Um, as soon as I thought about that, I just got chills. Or maybe you're entering a new relationship. That might be what it is. Is that this relationship could possibly lead to something wonderful, something divinely blessed. Maybe this is Spirit's way of saying, keep yourself open. What does it say? New opportunities. I love this part. Allow yourself to be stretched by the fresh circumstances. I like that, meaning that what's used to be familiar for you, this is going to be something new and different, something new, fresh, something. I won't say bigger, but something that's going to be more expansive to your soul. So allow yourself to be stretched. Allow it to envelop you and fill you up, and then stretch you to a newer reality, a newer existence, a newer version of yourself. That opens yourself up to newer opportunities. This new beginning could be a new beginning, literally, to more and more opportunities or experiences. Um, like it says, the angels know that change can be frightening, and they surround you now with loving energy. Call upon them whenever you feel afraid of facing novel situations. That's just like sit for 5 seconds, 5 minutes, 10 seconds if you can, however long it is that you can take for a moment, and just focus in, center yourself, meditate for a little bit. And when it's something that you need to make a decision about, go within, talk to the guides, talk to the angels, whoever it is that you call upon when you need advice. Talk to them. New beginnings. This is big. This one is, I get a big energy from this. I get a sense that there's going to be a larger, this is affecting larger groups of people, not just one particular individual or two or three or four people that might be listening. Like, all of us are going to be having new beginnings in our life in some way, something new, something wonderful that's going to be arising for us that we may not be expecting, or that we've been thinking about and focusing on and trying to manifest in our reality. And that new beginning is happening for you right now. I love that. I'm hearing one more from the angels. One more from the angels. As I'm shuffling these now, how about any of you want to tell me where you're from? State? Let's not be specific, please, just for your safety, please. And also, I've been not a lot, a couple of the people that I watch on YouTube have been having issues with people frauding with their account. Just know that I will never contact you. I will never reach out to you through YouTube or any platform. I do not ask for money from anyone. And the only way that I would ever have a platform for that would be through YouTube, and it's a membership, and I don't have that at the moment. So, and I don't have any donations. I'm not asking for donations. I'm not set up for that as well. So, just know that I'm not here to defraud. Unfortunately, there are people who are doing that right now, and we're going to let them be, but not through me. Friendship. This is excellent. Friendship. So maybe someone is having a new beginning with friendships. Maybe you're going to be meeting that new person and it's going to develop into a friendship. Without you even realizing it, that friendship's going to develop into something more. Friendship, card meaning. Changes in your friendships are occurring. Be lovingly honest with yourself and your friends right now and appreciate the healing benefits of a true friend. Not only are you changing on the inside, but your life is changing on the outside as well. Among these changes are your relationships with friends. Perhaps you fear that you no longer have common interests with this old friend. Or maybe you wonder if you'll meet new friends with whom you'll share close bonds. Changes in friendships are natural, and the angels ask you to surrender your relationships to them. Know that God and the angels watch over you and your friends. They will lovingly help you. They will lovingly help all of you during these transitions. This card also signifies that you are ready to receive new friendships with people who mirror your interests and ambitions. So that sounds like I hear that's exactly what it is. There's going to be some of you who, not that you are pulling away from your old friends, but you're gaining a new insight in yourself into who you are that may be different than something that you could share with your current friends that you have right now. And so maybe you're going to be starting to meet new people all of a sudden, just randomly out of nowhere, meeting new people that have the same interests that you might be gathering. Maybe you thought about something, and all of a sudden, some individual will mention that particular something, and you'll strike up a conversation and create a new friendship. Maybe someone is going to, I'm hearing mentor, maybe you'll meet someone that might help to mentor you in whatever career, field, skill, something that um, something that you have an interest in. And maybe it might just be a 5 minute conversation where they will say something that will make the light bulb go off in your mind, make you be like, oh, okay, well, that's exactly what I needed to hear. Thank you. Those kinds of meetings. So, new beginnings. All right. We are going to pull from Queen of the Moon Oracle card. Oracle deck. Queen of the Moon? Queen of the Moon. Oracle deck. This is a beautiful deck. I really like this deck. I am a moon child. That is my ruling planet is the moon. I am under the sign of Cancer, so we are called moon children. I had a friend back in school, and every time we'd write each other notes, we would always sign them moon child sister. Acceptance. This is the card that just jumped out right now. Acceptance. Acceptance. I love that with the white doves and the two hands exchanging energy there. Kind of like what we're doing now. We're exchanging energy. Hopefully, you're receiving something And hopefully the energy that is coalescing around your thoughts about a thing, hopefully that energy is radiating out and also being felt by others. Energy is a beautiful thing. We're all connected, so we can all feel it. Let's get to acceptance. Card number 4. Acceptance. Acceptance of the current situation is the first step to change. The past does not exist, the future hasn't happened. There's only right now. The mantra for the card is I accept where I am and who I am right now. When we examine our lives and engage in some truth telling, we are often confronted with what really is. This realization is powerful, but often we reject this truth if it is too hard to bear or we are afraid of accepting something so difficult. Each of us at some time has dodged our blind spots and then had the illumination of what actually is eventually confront us. What we do not what we do next is crucial. Do we accept exactly where we are, no matter how painful or confronting, or do we retreat back into our illusions and remain stuck or unchanging? Ooh, those are good questions. I'm going to repeat that. What we do next is crucial. Do we accept exactly where we are, no matter how painful or confronting, or do we retreat back into our illusions and remain stuck or unchanging? Oh my God. You know what? I find like 15 people just walked through, and I'm just like three people just popped in my head right now. That not necessarily needs to hear this, but could benefit from hearing this. Choosing to accept ourselves fully and the position we are in enables us to take the next step towards growth. When we can plant our feet solidly into the earth every day and say, yes, here is exactly where I am, and I accept this fully. Then we can take the next steps confidently, honestly, and powerfully towards where we now wish to head. Accepting where we are right now in its fullness allows us to also accept that there may be some chaos in our change before there is full order again. This can be an exciting feeling rather than one that generates fear if we hold our new intentions clearly. Oh, I like that. Oh, there's a companion stone, um, lepidolite, Lepidolite. Acceptance. Oh, ain't that the truth? Sometimes that it is a thing where we can accept where we are in the moment because we're so sometimes, and I know I do this a lot, where it's like, well, okay, where I am right now is just like, okay, God, I know we're moving forward. I know we're moving forward. But oh my God, when instead I could be thinking about I'm grateful, and I'm doing that more and more, where instead I'm thinking I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful that I'm safe. I'm grateful that I'm comfortable. I'm grateful that I have food to eat. I'm grateful for whatever it is that I'm grateful for. My fur babies. I'm grateful that I can create these videos and that I have some love, that I've received love in my life to be able to give back in this energy exchange. Acceptance. Let me go back to that. There's another part in here I saw. Accepting where we are right now in its fullness allows us to also accept that there may be some chaos in our change before there is full order again. And that is it. I'm not going to say unfortunate because that sometimes the chaos is what really shows us who we are. It shows us our character. It shows us that we can overcome something that looks like chaos when in fact it really is just an experience that is helping us to grow into a stronger, more intelligent, more wise individual as we go on each. I mean, can you imagine all of the individuals that you know that are at least 20 years older than you, and imagine what they've walked through, 20, 30, 40 years older than you, and imagine what they've walked through and the chaos that they've walked through, that they're still here and they get to have they get to share those experiences with those who are coming through those same paths. And that's a beautiful thing. And so you yourself too, you can share the experience of the chaos that you've walked through, that you've trudged through, that even if you've crawled through it, you've made it through. and you can pat yourself on the back and say, this is a I'm wow, I thank God I did this. This is so amazing and wonderful, to be able to know that I was able to get through this with whatever strength and power and spirit you believe in. Acceptance. I know it seems hard. That's exactly what I'm hearing right now. Is like it's sometimes people, it's going to seem really hard just sitting in whatever it is that you're sitting in right now. There are some things that will try you. There are some things that will push you, that will antagonize you. People will all of a sudden pop up and start making you feel less than, or at least trying to make you feel less than. And sometimes these experiences are meant to grow us, because when you get through this, there's going to be someone that you're going to be able to help just by saying, you know what, I understand, I've walked through exactly what you've walked through, or I know someone who has walked through what you've walked through. So yeah, the things that we're sitting in right now, the things that we're going through right now, it may not feel good. It may not look good on paper, so to speak. But the point is that you're actually going through it and you're walking through it and you're continuing on. So let's make sure that you give yourself some credit for that. We're going to move on with another deck here. So I am not as a virtuoso in tarot as I'd like to be, but um, a tarotist that I watch, she suggested this deck called When Women Had Wings tarot deck. And I love it because this beautiful book here, very thick book, has it just has everything. It has all of the descriptions of for each card and what each particular um, suit means, whether it's wands or pentacles or swords or cups. So we're going to ask Spirit to provide us with some information, and then I'll be able to read the description of what that particular card means in the moment. So thank you for bearing with me as I'm growing and learning myself. I am accepting that I don't know everything, but I also know that I get to learn as I grow, and that's a beautiful thing. Oh, cards are jumping out. Alrighty, let's see. What popped up here is Two of Wands. I'm gonna move these over. Two of Wands. And I'm going to open up her book here. The Two of Wands. Again, now remember, these messages are objective, subjective, I guess, based on where you are in your life. So nothing that I say in any of these videos is cement, is word, is religion, is these are all suggestions given to me based on the experiences that I've had that I can share with you, and the energy that comes from these through these cards. Maybe there's someone who is watching that needs to know about acceptance. Maybe someone out there is wondering, are they supposed to be having a new beginning? And the card popped out to say, yes, that is for you, to let you know you're going to have a new beginning and your friendships are going to get so much better. So let's go ahead and read the description for Two of Wands. Two of Wands, skillful planning, foresight. Actually, here, let me give you a picture of this so you too can see that I'm not just making this up. This is the description, Two of Wands. Skillful planning, foresight, courage and daring, choosing to set out in a new direction, seeing a situation from a higher perspective, using one's inner sight and intuitive sense to seek new possibilities and solutions, developing a clear plan of action after discovering what you want to achieve. Excuse me. This is perfect. Talk about not coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences anymore. I think everything is in divine order, divine energy. This energy exchange that we're having right here is saying, Two of Wands is saying, foresight, courage, and daring, choosing to set out in a new direction, new beginnings, choosing to set out in a new direction, seeing a situation from a higher perspective as well. That's perfect. So it sounds like some of you are truly having new beginnings, maybe starting a new career, maybe starting your own business. Maybe you're going to also be a content creator. Maybe you're going to be someone that is going to be doing something that's different and a little bit out there than others, and you're questioning yourself, like maybe it's not going to be accepted, or maybe I'm not going to be good enough, or maybe the ones who are already doing this is, doing it so much better. Don't question yourself. Whatever it is, who was it? I'm going to go back into, I was raised in the church, and I love the messages from spirit that came through. So the religious side of the church, it was non-denominational, so it wasn't really a religion, but I know that there's messages in the Bible, and there's messages that come through ministers just as anyone else can provide these messages. And um, I believe that we have there's a higher perspective. We can pull ourselves. What is it I'm trying to say? Choosing to set out in new directions, new beginnings. Don't hold yourself back. You can talk yourself out of a miracle. That's it. You can talk yourself out of a miracle because you're not thinking that you're enough, or you're thinking that there's too many, the world is saturated with this particular gift that you already have, that you have. It's so much of it. um, Thank you. What was said to me by not just one minister, but I've heard it from different ministers all over, is that if the idea comes to you, that is God, whatever it is that you believe, the power, the greater, higher power, the creator, that is the creator putting that thought into you. You're not just coming up with this thought all of a sudden, some random thought. That is literally the creator, your divine higher self, putting that thought into you to give you that idea so that you can pursue it, that you can follow it, and that you can, and maybe it will turn into something. And that is the whole point, is that you were designed to possibly be this individual, and that is why the thought popped into your head. I remember in a dream, a song came to me, and it was maybe just one line, two lines of the song, and I went and developed it and created it. And I obviously haven't published the song, but that's okay. But I know that I took that dream and I turned it into something. It's real now. It is a real song, and I love it. It is who I am. And it's the same as this, the same as exchanging the energy in these cards, feeling the energy from spirit, using that energy and these cards and giving it out to you, developing some encouragement, developing some inspiration within myself so that I can give it to you. I had to go through my own experiences. I had to walk through my own, what does it say, developing a clear plan of action after discovering what you want to achieve. Once I realized what I could be, I had to develop that clear plan of action. And it's taken me a while to get here, and a lot of that is because I second guess myself. Am I good enough? There's so many people already out there doing it. But when I heard that minister say, just a reminder that whatever it is that you think about, that is God putting that thought, the God creator that created you to be the best version of yourself, that wants you to thrive, that wants you to succeed. God put that thought in you. Whatever you want to call God, I call it God, like God is a name, like John or Timothy or Andrew or something like that. That's what I call God. God to me is like the creator of all, that loving energy, beautiful, creative energy that's sent out, that creates the heavens, the earth, and the individuals. That is who God is to me. And I believe that God wants me to be successful. I believe that God wants me to be happy. And knowing that encouraging people and inspiring them to be the best versions of themselves, because that was done for me, is something that I love to do. So this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. So you too can choose to set out in a new direction. I just can't believe that new beginnings is just perfectly coincidental. And again, you never know the friends that you have. Like it says, you might be developing new types of friendships, or maybe the friendships that you have are getting an overhaul. Like your friends will all of a sudden be like, let's do this together. And you're like, oh, I was just thinking of something like that. Okay, we're going to get one more card. I'm hearing we're almost at a 25 mark here, so I don't really want to go too long. Three, let's see. I'm seeing the Three of Swords. 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 Okay. Three of Swords. This has got the swords with the heart going through the heart. Heartbreak, grief, sorrow, emotional pain. The sense of having been abandoned or betrayed. Feeling misunderstood or unfairly judged. Separation, rejection, a sense of loneliness after being shunned. Hurt caused by someone's words, actions, or energy, sometimes delivered out of nowhere, causing shock and trauma. The need to cry, rage, or release heartbreaking emotions so healing can start. This is so perfect. This is exactly the perfect ending to this because it's what I'm hearing and sensing is that we all have been walking through heartache, grief, sorrow, emotional pain, sense of having that abandonment or betrayal. We've been walking through this season of what the heck is going on kind of things. We've within the last 2 years, maybe three for some of us, that just been walking. Actually, I hear four, maybe five. That we've been walking through some experiences that have caused us to stretch and caused us to look at ourselves and realize that maybe this is not the life that I really know. And then you've been rejected and then feeling sense of loneliness after being shunned. And then of course, words, hurt caused by someone's words, actions, or energies. And it's out of nowhere. It's like where did that out of left field, as they say. Certain things that happen to you, they happen on purpose sometimes. And I know that sounds really hard to hear, but I know that there's been a couple of times where I should have left a job a long time ago. And I had someone who was a little older than me, a little bit more experienced than me in life, and says, God helped you get fired from those jobs it's so that you can move on to be the version that you're supposed to be. It's like everything in divine timing. You were stuck and staying, and you were content making a paycheck, and you shouldn't have been there because you weren't happy doing the job that you wanted to do. And you were getting older, realizing that you're getting older and not doing the things that you wanted to do. And that's exactly what it was. And here I am, a little bit older, a little bit wiser, a little bit more life experience, and I'm doing the thing that I love to do. So maybe that's for you. Maybe this is that heartbreak card is sitting here saying, hey, congratulations, you walked through this. You survived the heartbreak, the grief, the emotional pain, that sense of separation, any rejections from people, any hurtful words just out of nowhere. And if you need to cry, cry. Release it, get it out. Think about it, mull over it, and just get it out. And then heal and heal. Release the heartbreaking emotions so healing can start. And maybe that is exactly the perfect, again, ending. You're having new beginnings because you've walked through this already. Your new beginnings with your friendships and with accepting yourself and accepting the other people, accepting that life is what it is, and that that you can learn something from every experience that you have. And then your Two of Wands here setting out on new adventures, new beginnings, because you have earned it. You have walked through, you have struggled, and you have come through on the other side. Like that movie Shawshank Redemption, where he swam through the sewer and came out on the other side clean and free. That is you. You've come through whatever it is you've come through. And now you're slate. You're painting. You've got a whole new canvas ready to be painted. A whole new universe out here just full of acceptance and love and beauty and amazing things. Just support. from the guides, from the angels, letting you know that, hey, we got you. A little help from your friends. Again, I'm grateful that you're here for this energy exchange. And I hope that something did encourage you to continue on your journey. I hope something inspired you to realize that you are doing the best that you can with what you have. I hope that the energy that came through this video is something that you can share like it was shared with me. I am so grateful that you're here sharing this energy, and blessings to you all. Take care.